A shower of rain doth not a drought break. This statement is true for us here in Jamaica, as while we've been enjoying more frequent rainfall, we continue to experience a dry spell.
We had a May 2020 that produced less rainfall in every parish compared to May of 2019. Every parish had less than the year before. In some cases, it was even less than a quarter of last year's figures.
And projections suggest this will go unabated.
Severe drying will continue over northeastern parishes, including Portland and St. Mary, through to August. Moderate drying is likely for south central and southeastern parishes, while nearer to normal conditions are expected as we move toward the west of the country.
While this weather condition persists, government has implemented its drought management response, complete with several alleviation initiatives. Cabinet has approved $308 million in emergency funds to lessen the impact of drought on the island. Of that amount, each member of parliament will receive $1 million to assist with the trucking of water and distribution of black tanks. This complements a similar allocation in March. The National Water Commission has been given $100 million to truck the liquid to affected communities across the island. Additional water shops and trucking will continue at the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development through a $75 million injection. Close to $70 million will go to the Rural Water Supply Limited for the provision of 130 wayside tanks and the construction of 39 loading bays island-wide.
The benefits to be derived from the installation of the wayside tank at the strategic locations include easy access to potable water by residents in areas devoid of adequate water supply, ease of delivery of water by trucking when compared with the house-to-house delivery, and the installation of the loading bays also at strategic locations will enhance the trucking of water and reduce the cost of water delivery, thereby making it more efficient and more cost-effective.
The Rural Water Supply Limited has also been given an additional $528 million to carry out water infrastructure projects around the island. This is in addition to the $795 million that's been disbursed for rural water. Focus will be placed on rural water upgrading, catchment tank rehabilitation, and rainwater harvesting in schools. 45,000 Jamaicans are expected to benefit.
A major wayside black tank program to immediately address drought-stricken communities is also underway, while the program in schools and catchment tank rehabilitation also continues while addressing both the drought and COVID-19 challenges.
Some programs that we're doing for this year, we're doing the Watermount water supply system. Watermount is an area in West Central St. Catherine that has water challenges. You have another area called Flower Hill that is in Montego Bay. Flower Hill is the highest point of Montego Bay, in conjunction with the Water Commission, where we take some water from Coral Gardens and we put water up in Flower Hill.
The Rural Water Supply Limited will also be drilling a well at Queen Height, St. Anne, and putting in water infrastructure at Maroon Town. 30 schools will be equipped with water harvesting systems, and 12 catchment tanks will be repaired in the financial year. For a more long-term approach, the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation has ramped up its drought preparation and mitigation efforts. The Meteorological Service has stepped up its monitoring of weather conditions by increasing its observation network. Plans are in progress to increase by 15% the density of rain gauges and automatic weather stations across the island.
We're also looking to increase the timeliness of delivery of the data that is representative of rainfall accumulation in our parishes. As it is now, only 10% of our automatic network is real time, and we're looking to increase that. We should get that to very close to 100% in this year.
At the Water Resources Authority, a feasibility desk study has been done for abstraction from the Dry Harbour Mountain Basin. The authority will provide irrigation for farmers from the Black River Basin, and an updated Water Resources Authority master plan will be ready in the financial year.
What it means is that developers will have a more cogent document to assist them with making their plans.
Over at the National Water Commission, the service charge collected from customers has been allowing the NWC to carry out several projects. Among them, a $1.1 billion program to replace storage tanks and pumps. Wastewater plants have been rehabilitated, decommissioned, reconfigured, and redirected at Portmore, Soapberry, Harborview, and Port Antonio. The National Water Commission has also rehabilitated supply systems at Essex Valley and 26 facilities in Kingston. While the 13-kilometer transmission main between Spanish Town Road and Glenmore Road in Kingston makes progress, work will begin soon on the Portmore non-revenue water program. Work will start later this year on the Rio Cobre water treatment facility, which will provide an additional 15 million gallons of water per day to the corporate area. And a tender has been issued for a project that will improve water supply in Negril.
We are endeavoring to ensure that whatever we're spending will improve both service delivery as well as reliability.
A key component of any fulsome response to a challenge is a comprehensive plan of action. The government's undergirding plan to address the island's water woes is the National Water Sector Policy 2019. Guided by 6 main principles, including integrated water resource management and universal access, the policy sets out ways to achieve water security for economic growth. So far, Cabinet has approved the appointment of members to the Integrated Water Resource Management Council, the IWRMC.
The establishment of the IWRMC seeks to facilitate broad-based consultation among key stakeholders for matters related to water and water-related resources. The IWRMC will serve as an advisory body for the management of the island's water resources, as well as advancing the agenda for sustainable development.
The island's Drought Management Committee has also been revamped. The committee is currently revising the existing drought management plan, which was first developed in 2000. The revised plan is expected to be ready by the second quarter of the 2020-2021 fiscal year. During the financial year, the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation will also develop a beneficiary identification system framework for the provision of social water to the neediest households on the island. Despite government's efforts to ensure that there's adequate water supply to citizens, the interventions will go in vain if we do not play our part. We all can have water if we practice conservation measures. That is, investing in water-saving faucets, sinks, and toilet bowls. Checking around our homes for leaks and fixing them promptly. Reducing the amount of water used when washing hands, brushing teeth, or bathing. Reusing and recycling water where possible.